Welcome back to Nina Renee Knows. Let's discuss macros. Now, macros can be used for many different things, but in Excel, I like to use macros to automate things that I would have to do multiple times. Let's start with a simple example. I like to give simple examples because I believe that once you understand the basis, the foundation of a simple example, then you can build on that and make some pretty incredible things. So let's get started. Click on the View tab, and then at the top right, click on the little arrow under Macros, under the macro icon, and then click on Record Macro. You will be prompted to make a name for your macro, so we can call this one Test Macro. You will also be prompted to enter a shortcut key. We are going to use a shortcut of Control M or Control Shift M, so that when you want to run your macro, that's an easy way, a shortcut way of running your macro. And then it will also ask you, where do you want to save this macro? You can save it in a new workbook or this workbook. We are going to choose this workbook. And then you can give a description that you can refer to so you know what your macro is doing. I'm just going to say for YouTube tutorial and then press OK. As soon as you press OK, it's going to start recording everything that you do. If you move to a different tab, if you have a typo and you backspace, if you enter in a formula, everything you do will be recorded. So make sure everything that you are recording is what you want to be duplicated. In this example, I just created a list of alphabets and numbers, and I'm going to add another row, another column of numbers, and then I'm going to do a summation of the two numeric columns. Now this is just for an example because I want to show you that everything that I do will be duplicated by the macro. So let's go ahead and bring that formula down. Let's add some color. Now once we add color, we can stop there. Let's go ahead and stop the recording of this macro. So in the View tab, go back to the macro icon and then click on Stop Recording. If you click on the macro icon again and then click on View Macros, you'll get to this box, and you could run the macro from here if you like, or you can edit the macro from here if you like. If you click on Edit Macro, it'll take you to the VB module. You see here that it lists out everything that we recorded, all the columns, all the letters and numbers, and even the summation. So you can make all your changes here if you like without actually deleting and re-recording the macro. We aren't making any changes, so let's go ahead and close this. Remember that our shortcut for the macro was Control-Shift-M. So I'm going to go ahead and delete everything I just did, and I'm going to press Control-Shift-M on my keyboard and watch that the macro will duplicate everything I recorded. And there it is. In less than a second, the macro duplicated everything that I recorded, everything that I wanted it to do. Let me go to a different tab and show you that if I press Control-Shift-M on the next tab, it will do the exact same thing. What if you had 100 different tabs? Let's make a few more tabs, and I'll show you that you can highlight all of your tabs and have the macro do the same thing for all of your tabs. Think of how beneficial that will be if you had 100 different tabs, 50 different tabs. So I typed in a shortcut to run the macro, and let's go to sheet 4. Let's see, did it do it? Yes, it did. Let's go to sheet 5. Did it run? Yes, it did. Sheet 6. Did it run? Yes, it did. Now remember, when you save your file, to save it as an XLSM, M as in Mary file, that's a macro-enabled spreadsheet. I hope that you can use this introduction to make some impressive, creative macros. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will reply, and I will see you in the next video.